All right, welcome guys. Today we're here in Bangkok and we're going to go check out a temple formerly known as Wat Salak. Anyway, it's got a new name and it got its new name in 1803 and it's Wat Mahathat. And what is significant about this temple is it predates Bangkok, so it was built under the Ayutthaya period. Not exactly sure the year when this was first started, but it predates Bangkok, so it's quite old. It's been renovated several times since then, and after the fall of Ayutthaya, they moved the capital to Thonburi, and then Rama I moved the capital over here to Bangkok. And then he had this thing where he would kind of want to duplicate everything from Ayutthaya. So some of the important temples like Wat Mahathat, he wanted to reconstruct them here in Bangkok. So this temple was named Wat Salak, and it was very important because it was right in between like the front palace for like the vice king and the grand palace for the regular king. So it was right in between the two palaces, and so they would do all the ceremonies and stuff like that over here at this temple. And so they renamed it in 1803 to Wat Mahathat, and it is one of the 10 royal or first-class palaces or first-class temples in Bangkok. So we're going to walk around and we're going to see some of the temple grounds. It's massive. It has a university built onto it, so they train monks. They have social science degrees, everything else. It's a public university, and that's all in this whole area. So the complex is massive. You can just wander around in it for hours and get lost. So anyway, I'm going to show you most of the old stuff, and we'll take a look at it. So let's see what we see. Let me show you around. So this temple it's just fantastic. I love to see like the Ayutthaya style buildings, and they've kept it up so nice because it is one of the royal palaces, so it has royal patronage. So you see they have all the Buddhas around this little walkway, and these you would have saw at Wat Mahathat also, except for there, I did a video on it whenever we were in Ayutthaya. They would have had that central walkway, and this would have been an inner wall. So there would have been actually a wall here, and it wouldn't have been open towards the center of the temple. So you have one of the main prayer halls here. You can see this is just massive. And then there's another prayer hall over there. And then you have a third hall here. And this one here has like a chetty on the inside. And then it has some of these like Khmer style chetties that you see that are fantastic. It's just, I really, really like the construction of this temple. So you see you have like the bell-shaped one there, you have the Khmer style, and then you have a couple others that are kind of around. So this is the main part of the temple. This is where you want to come and check out. They have the monk quarters, they have all kinds of stuff. And then there's like a bird up there. It actually looks like a duck on top of that building. So here is the little prong. And it's got the standing Buddha there. Now in Ayutthaya in the 1600s, there was a resurgence of doing the Khmer style. So you see that in a lot of the construction from the 1600s on. Okay, so let's go into this hall right here. So they have quite a few of the Buddhas here. And then a lot of the people are coming over and praying. We have a lady monk there. And you can always tell the white robes. The women will wear those white robes. It didn't used to be very common for the women to be the monks, but anymore there's just not as many men going into the monkery, so or the monkhood. So they have a lot more of the lady monks. So they have this chetty right here that is really, really beautiful. So they have like the inlay, like mother of pearl stuff all around, and that's kind of like what you'll see like the thrones, and that's just all the detail work on that. And so they have here, they have the prayer that they'll do. So they'll sit here and they'll recite the chant. Yeah, this is quite nice. And this is the only thing in this hall except for all of these Buddhas around. And then you can see how tall it is. And then they have all the detail work in in the ceiling. Yeah, this is fantastic. So you can definitely tell this is the Ayutthaya style with the way that that teak wood has been done. And then it has the white interior. No murals on this one. Okay, so let's go into one of the other halls just to show you the outside of that building. All the detail work they did around the windows, and then all the eaves and everything has that has the gold painted on it. This is just fantastic. And this building here also. So you can see all the detail work, and it's just immaculate. It's been renovated many times in its history, so it's just in like perfect condition almost. Okay, so let's go inside here and see this, what's in here. Okay, so this hall is just absolutely massive. And they haven't done any murals on it, but you can see that they did all the detail work in these wooden shutters that are covering the windows. And then the ceiling looks the same as that other little hall. And it has all these columns, and it has a huge open space here in the middle. Looks like they're doing a class over here. He's got a microphone. And so you can see here, this is for like the abbot to do the prayers. And then over here also. So this is the monk area here. And then check that out. That is really a nice Buddha. And then you can see they've added all these lights and everything since. And the chandeliers have all the detail work in them also. And you can see the ceiling. So if you'd have been in Ayutthaya back in the day, all those big, huge temples like at Wat Mahathat, that's now just the outer walls with some of the bases of these columns, this is what they would have looked like. So it would have taken quite an endeavor to build a hall this big, because they would have done, the columns would have been out of brick, and then they would have put the plaster over it. And then you can see quite a few people in here praying. Okay, so let's go into that third hall. Okay, so this third hall here has this covered porch. And they put the screen up to keep the birds out. And then they have some of the Buddhas right here in front. And then it has a massive door to get inside. And then once you're inside, it has a really nice treat. It has another really, really nice Buddha. So in this temple here, they have like a small little museum. And you can see they've put like a wallpaper on the columns in here. Doesn't look like it's painted, looks like it's kind of like 60s style wallpapering. And then they have all the Buddhas around. And they have a bunch of grandfather clocks. And then they have this guy here. He's, I'm not sure who that is. They have a little shrine to him back behind the Buddha. You can see what they've done for the lights. And all the seated Buddha, all the different stuff. And then they have like here's the museum over here. So they have these fans here, and these will be like the monks' fans. The king gives them, and they're really, really important. It shows their rank. And actually right now here in Bangkok, one of the head monks, that really, really important monk, died. So they got some of those temples that they're doing funerals for him. And then over there they have some of the old like the old papyrus, and they've had like Thai writing on it, and it's part of the museum. And then they have like the sand. You see that like little tablet right there? And it has some Thai writing and some inscriptions in it, and some more of the fans. So this is inside of the little museum that they have. And they have their important stuff here. For the Buddhists, this would be something that they'd be really interested to see. Like the little relic things. And some of these cabinets, what they do is they take some of the old doors and shutters off some of the temples, and then the carpenters will craft them into these cabinets. So what they do is they kind of incorporate like the old into the new, and it really gives like extra karma to these temples. Well, you can see here all these old cabinets. This is pretty nice. It's nothing's in English. They have a little bit of stuff here in Thai, but you can appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into this. I mean, you can see all the detail work in these cabinets, and then how they carve the wood. Yeah, it's really, really nice. And they just have kind of this open air free museum that you can come over and look at. You have pottery and some more of these fans. And just look at the detail work that went into that. You can see like the elephant, all the Buddha symbols, everything that's carved into that. Or that mother of pearl that's inlaid into it, I should say. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so we're back here in the main hall. You can see all the old paintings. Oh, that's a pretty neat old painting. And then they have the wooden like riser here. That's for the monks. Okay, and what this lady is doing over here, let's go over there and take a look at that. That's really neat. Okay, so what she's doing here is this is like basically the Buddha Bible, and they wrote all this old stuff on like the leaves. And so she has a machine here, she's taking pictures of it, and then she's able to digitally store all this stuff. So if these deteriorate, that they'll have a record of it. So you see they have like these little bundles of it here and some others. So she sits here all day and just records that so the information is not lost. And here's some more of the records that they're storing. So that lady told me that she's been taking pictures just like that for 2 years. So they have a lot of documents, and all these little cabinets have the old Buddha scriptures written in them. And the old monk, he's like shining it up and stuff so they can be read and filmed. And they can see. So this one here is 100 years old, is what he just said. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, the monk is over here, he's in charge of this. Okay, so this is the finished product after they microfilm it. So they actually put it on CD, so it has all this stuff there, and then they wrap the little pieces of wood that's written on. They wrap it in this cloth to keep the termites from eating it, and then they have kind of like the directory that they put all on here. And then each of these little cabinets they have it numbered so they can find what they're looking for. Okay, so I found a little bit more information out about this Buddha right here. So this actually dates back to King Narai, which is like early 1600s. And then it has the little inscription here talks about the power of the Buddha, and it has the story. And in the story, it talks about how when the Burmese were attacking some of the soldiers here, they capsized a boat, and then they hid underneath the boat so they weren't killed. And those survivors from it, they came over here and built this temple. That's what the little story says. So I don't know if it's exactly true or not, because that would have been oral tradition. Yeah, this is fantastic in here. I really like this. This is a real treat to see them preserving the old manuscripts and stuff, and seeing some of these old Buddhas. So it's kind of funny that the monk that's over there restoring the stuff, that's him, and his picture when he was just a novice monk. And I asked him how long he's been a monk at this temple, and he just said, like, long time. Pretty nice guy, but he didn't speak any English. He could say hello in English, that's it. But a lot of fun. So you can see all the Buddha statues, the prayer wheel, or the wheel of law, and then all the detail work that they put into the base of this Buddha. And then they have some more Buddha statues kind of all around it. And then behind it, this is what I just want to see here behind it. So in the case, they have some more of these. You can see how it's written just on the paper. And then they wrap it in that cloth right there. They have a little display of what they're doing. And then over here, they have a little shrine. And it's like a replica of, I think that's like the replica of where like the head monk will sit. They have some alms bowls. And then right here, this is who this is. This is the brother of King Rama I. That's who that is. And they have this big statue of him also on this temple grounds. And they have a little thing for him. Now in the old days, they had like a vice king, and they would have like another palace. The vice king would have his own armies. He would have his own power. And it was kind of a way in the old days for the king to keep an eye on potential rivals. So you put them out there, you give them like a little bit of power, but you can keep your eye on it, so you know maybe they're not plotting against you. And I think that practice ended in under the reign of Rama V, maybe. Rama IV had Pinkau, Praha Pinkau, that was his brother, that had his own army and everything, and then he died right before Rama IV died. And I don't think Rama V ever renewed that position. And I have a Buddha footprint in here also. And then all the normal stuff. Yeah, this hall has just tons and tons of little stuff all around in it. And more of the fans. And it's just cavernous. I really like this building. Yeah, it's really, really neat. All right, guys, so that finishes up our little walk around here at Wat Mahathat. This is a fantastic temple. The three main buildings down here, and then like the little walkway with all the Buddha monks and the Khmer style prongs are really cool. It's fun also to see a little bit of the history of you know, like the Buddha scriptures and all of that. And there's a whole lot more to this complex. I'm not going to go through the university part. They have classes and stuff. You can come here, and if you are a foreigner, they have classes also that you can study Buddhism. They're doing kind of the outreach to try to spread their religion. So if you're interested in that, that is available here. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this temple. This was a lot of fun. A great way to spend a few hours on the weekend. Come over here and walk around and take a look at stuff. So if you liked it, make sure you click like, smash the like button, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you've been here before, tell me that also. And that really helps my channel. Also the subscriptions, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. And that helps me grow and helps get my videos promoted through YouTube. It helps it to where I can make more content. So yeah, so anyway, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment and tell me what you want me to do next time, and I'll try. So anyway, remember guys, life is a journey, so enjoy.